During the end of The Flash Season 8, we all witnessed the massive final battle between the two arch-enemies, the Flash and the Reverse Flash, which eventually led to the death of Eobard Thawne. But here is why the Reverse Flash isn't actually dead. Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 9. So a while ago we obviously got the announcement that The Flash Season 9 will be the final season of the show, consisting of 13 episodes, and with this new season comes new villains. But this time, as it is the final season, it's two main villains and they also need to wrap everything up completely. Every single character's storyline needs to be wrapped up. We do know from the cliffhanger of The Flash Season 8 that we are going to be getting a brand new villain who will become the user of the negative speed force, who presumably is going to be Cobalt Blue. We still don't know, but that's the ongoing theory at the moment, and he will be the main villain at least for the first half of the season. And of course we will be getting another villain for the back half of the season, and since it is the final season, there is nobody other than the Reverse Flash who should be the final main villain of the show. He is the Flash's direct arch enemy, and the story cannot come full circle without the involvement of the Reverse Flash. However, we obviously saw Eobard Thawne die during the Flash Season 8 finale, and Eric Wallace did confirm during an interview that the Reverse Flash is dead. But in this video, I will be explaining why the Reverse Flash is not actually dead and how he could still be the main villain for The Flash Season 9. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so as I said, during the end of The Flash Season 8, or The Flash Season 8 finale, we all saw the death of the Reverse Flash. And Nora West Allen, through using Gideon, mentioned that there is no Eobard Thawne in the timeline, meaning pretty much he's dead. But when you really think about it, that does not make any sense, because if the Reverse Flash is actually dead, that would mean that he's erased from the timeline completely, and thus, there will be no version of the Reverse Flash that will kill Nora Allen, because if the Reverse Flash is dead, there is no Reverse Flash that's going to face off the Flash and eventually go back in time and murder Nora Allen. If the Reverse Flash is dead, that means that Nora Allen should still be alive because no one would kill her. So if he's not around in the timeline anymore, that would mean that he never kills her in the first place. And that makes no sense because Nora Allen is still clearly dead. There needs to be a Reverse Flash out there who will eventually face off against Barry and eventually kill Nora Allen. Yes, you could say that Tom Cavanagh's Reverse Flash is dead. That does not matter. He's pretty much dead at this point, because that version of Eobard Thawne lived through everything already. He murdered Nora Allen and lived through the events of The Flash Season 1 all the way to The Flash Season 8, so he pretty much knows everything. But we need a Reverse Flash that has not lived through any of those events yet. We need a Reverse Flash that will eventually face off against the Flash, murder Nora Allen, be stranded in the past for 15 years, and then become Harrison Wells and obviously live through the events of Season 1 all the way to Season 8. Because if that does not happen, if the Flash and the Reverse Flash do not face off against each other and travel back in time to that night, technically Nora Allen should still be alive because there would be no one to kill her. Meaning there is a Reverse Flash out there somewhere, and this version of the Reverse Flash needs to be a younger version of Eobard Thawne, as I said, that has not lived through the events of The Flash Season 1 all the way to Season 8. Kind of like that Eobard Thawne we saw in The Flash Season 2. He was a villain, he was aware of the Flash's existence, but had no idea who the Flash was, and only knew which time period he was from. But that's it. We need an Eobard Thawne somewhere around that timeline to make this work, because he needs to only just find out that Barry Allen is the Flash so that he could obviously time travel and kill his mother and make the whole story come full circle like that. He needs to go back in time and kill Nora Allen. He should not know that his plan fails and he gets stranded in the past. He should not know that he becomes Harrison Wells. He shouldn't know any of that. All he needs to know is that he found out that Barry Allen is the Flash and that he's going to have to get rid of the Flash in some way, and his plan is to obviously kill Barry as a child, which obviously does not happen, but he's not supposed to know that. He's supposed to think that, okay, he's got this plan and he's going to execute it like he planned out to be. But obviously, we as the audience know that's not going to work out. And that Reverse Flash needs to be played by Matt Letcher to canonically make sense, because if Tom Cavanagh plays the Reverse Flash that's going to kill Nora Allen, it's not going to make any sense at all. Because he needs to have lived through the events just like Tom Cavanagh's Reverse Flash did exactly. So there is evidently still a Reverse Flash out there who's going to have to kill Nora Allen. He's going to have to become Harrison Wells, and as I said, live through everything Tom Cavanagh's Reverse Flash lived through. And I think that this younger version of the Reverse Flash will be the main villain of The Flash Season 9. If they ignore this and Reverse Flash is not the final villain of the show, then it's just complete BS. You need the Reverse Flash to end the story, in my opinion. There is no other way you can work around it. We need him to go back in time and murder Nora Allen and pretty much just become the final villain of the show. As I said, we know that one of the villains of the season is going to be this new user of the negative Speed Force. That would make sense as a first half villain of the season. But if they pull up another villain other than Reverse Flash to end the show, it will not make any sense at all. It's going to be very disappointing, and it will be the biggest missed opportunity ever, because this genuinely needs to happen. Or else, as I said, technically speaking, if there is no younger version of the Reverse Flash out there, there's going to be no one to face off against our Barry, and therefore they will not go back to the night of Nora Allen's murder, meaning Nora Allen should be alive. They need to eliminate that plot hole, and the only way this could work is if a younger version of the Reverse Flash steps in as the main villain. Any other way they do it will not make any sense at all. So maybe a way they could tackle this is one of two ways. Either A, make a Reverse Flash origin episode as one of the interludes if they still want to follow through with an interlude episode. Create the scene Eobard Thawne talked about in episode 5 of Armageddon, where Thawne was getting ready to save this crowd, but Barry ends up saving the crowd that Thawne was supposed to save. Establish a rivalry and build this younger version of the Reverse Flash as the main villain, and eventually make him find out that Barry Allen is the Flash, and then have this big final battle, eventually leading to Nora Allen's murder. Or we could have the version of the Reverse Flash we saw in Season 2, make his storyline continue after Barry threw him back to the future, and establish that specific version of the Reverse Flash as the main villain. I think that one would be the most probable opportunity to go for, and the one that makes most sense. It will not work any other way apart from the options I just mentioned. Personally, I like the second one a lot more. But you need a younger version of the Reverse Flash to be the final main villain of the show. Otherwise, I have no idea what they're trying to do with the final season. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below if you guys agree with me. Do you guys think that it is necessary to have Reverse Flash as the final main villain of the show? Do you guys think that the Reverse Flash is alive? I'm interested to see all of your opinions towards all of this as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.